Hi, I'm Danny Boatwright, winner of Survivor Guatemala Season 11. Oh boy, it sure is glad to be back after all this time. I know so many people have wanted to see me come back and play. I'm so happy to be the first representative of Survivor Guatemala to make a return trip, besides Stephanie LaGrossa, of course. Oh boy, it's so much fun. I'm getting along with everybody. I'm in a good alliance. Oh, I just shot myself in the foot. Why did I do that? Seriously, Danny, that was dumb. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I am the Survivor Dude here with a recap of the second episode of Survivor. And boy, this is after last week's premiere, this is more of a calming down, setting of the tone of everything. But I tell you, this episode did not go how I expected it to go. I mean, that's just the thing with Survivor. You can think, you look and examine all the board and all the pieces and think you got everything down strategically, and then boom, oh, I actually don't know what's going on. So let me just say right off the bat, this was a fun episode. It wasn't as hyped up as last time, but everything was starting to calm down a little bit more. We got a little bit from the Red Tribe. It seemed like Kim, 2 idols found today, or maybe 4, depending on how you count them, and both being. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like having to find an idol that you need to have an alliance mate in order to be able to use it. I think that Kim's trying to use it as a tool to bridge herself into the alliance, where, Denise and Adam, they're using it as a tool to strengthen the alliance that they already have. And so far, it seems like Denise is making the smarter move, because, they're going to have an idol by the end of the day, but I'm not sure about Kim. I mean, unless a tribe swap happens soon and they need to be in the alliance, I'm not sure if that's going to work out, because... Yeah, because let me just say, for one thing, I thought for sure that if the Red Tribe went to Tribal Council, Tyson was going to be the number 1 target, because in the preseason, everyone got to put up their thing and say who they were going to vote out, and all the girls said Sarah and everything, and, but Yul said Tyson, and I think Yul is more of a man of his word. I think everyone else is like, I don't know, maybe Sarah. I think Yul is like, Tyson, definitely Tyson. And so I thought that he was going to be in more trouble, but now with Kim having this idol thing, and Sophie's definitely going to relay that information back to Yul if it, makes her into a better position. So that's going to complicate things next week. Honestly, I'm just hoping that nobody on the Red Tribe goes to Tribal Council, because, all my favorites are there. Tony's there. Please keep Tony safe. Tyson is there. Oh, I so hope Tyson doesn't go too early. Kim is there. She's my winner pick, and it's not looking too good for me right now. Yul is there, and he's doing amazing. And and I like the other people. I like Sophie. I like who else is there? I like Nick. I like Wendell and Sandra. Even though Sandra, I'm not like a Sandra super fan. I like Sandra, and she's still entertaining, still kicking it, and she's still playing her butt off, and doing a great job of it so far. But on the Blue Tribe, the people that I'm rooting for, I got Jeremy, and, I'm kind of rooting for Rob and Parvati, but just to see how far it can go, to see how far they can take that, how far these powerful duos can make it into the game. I don't know if it's going to be to the merge, probably not, but it's like, all the other people's like, I'd be okay with it. I like Adam a lot, I'd be okay if he went out. Ben... I think he's going to be going sooner rather than later, because the guy's a wild card. Denise, I love. Anyways, but Danny going home. How did that happen? As I said in my cast assessment, I thought that Danny had the smallest target out of anyone, and she did. Nobody was thinking Danny until she put that big bullseye right over her own face. Number 1. If you think you're not in the main alliance, go to the other crew and make an alliance. Don't try to get your alliance to turn on one of their own when you don't think that they're with you. Number 2, what reason did she have to think? I think she just sees them talking off and she's like, I'm over here. I think she's used to being on the outs. That's her go-to thing. I think there's also a little bit of jitters, going back, and then when stuff doesn't feel right, you overreact. And that's what she did. And then she tries to get Rob to vote out Parvati. In what world does that make sense for Rob? Parvati, A, is not going after him, and B, Parvati is the only possible person that is almost a meat shield for Boston Rob. Honestly, I still think Boston Rob, they would go for him over Parvati for the most part, but I still think that, she's the only one that I could see maybe somebody saying, let's go for Parvati first instead of, let's go for Rob first. But, so it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense there. And they had the fall guy straightly lined up in their sights. They had Ben lined up. They're like, oh, you are so dead. And, I hit Dani. Because, as I said, Dani shot herself in the foot. She blabbed about the old schooler alliance, which made them turn on her. She tried to target Parvati, which made Parvati turn on her. She was just too nervous and paranoid. It's so weird, because I thought all she had to do was just sit down, sit back for a while, and just wait until the merge happened, and then boom, head in there. Like, let's look at these, the first 3 people voted off. 2 of them, Natalie and Dani, I thought for sure were making the merge. Amber, I figured they might target her first. But this is just nuts. The whole blue crew, how they're still not targeting Rob, I have no idea. I thought for sure Jeremy was going to be like burnt earth, scorched earth, trying to take him down. But Rob must have reeled him back in somehow. I don't know. This is nuts to me. Other highlights. The return of Cops Are Us. I don't know if this is building up something that's going to be down the line, or is that going to be something that they're going to try to target down the line? Is that's going to be like episodes like, we gotta, Tyson's like, we gotta target Cops Are Us. See, they're going to be running the game. You can't trust Tony. But honestly, I'm still giving a hand to Tony and to Sarah. They're both doing well. They both seem to be in the popular alliance, and I don't think that they're in too much trouble. And honestly, I think that for Tony, I think Sarah might get targeted over him. It's so strange that all 3 have been targeted so far have been the women players. And, yeah. That's just normally how it is on Survivor, on regular Survivor. You have some of the weaker women, although I would never call Natalie or even Dani weaker players. But usually you target like the weaker women players, and then down the line it gets to the bigger boys. But, in recent days, it's been like everyone always just targets the bigger players, and usually the bigger guy players right off the bat. And now, I guess that's not the case. But it's only 3 players, 3 voted out, I think there was like, in the same with Samuel Del Sur, I think like the first 3 were women, and then it ended with 3. Anyways, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about in terms of strategy. Okay, let's talk about the idol situation, the two idol situation, because I talked about Kim and Sophie's thing and how I'm still worried for Kim, how this idol find might actually put a bigger target on her back than she had before. But on the other hand, we got the Adam and Denise. Now, thank you, Adam, for making sure that Denise did not give it to Parvati, because I think Denise would have been sailing home this episode if she did that. I think that for them, it's an interesting situation, because I think Ben would work good with them, because Ben likes Adam and he likes Denise, and he's not super like, oh, you must give it to me type of player. It's just the way it is. Rob, if he knew about that, would definitely try to get rid of it. And I think he definitely targeted them. So it was crazy in the tribal council where he had everybody empty their bags. Now, Denise had it at tribal council. So she seemed to grab it and just empty her bag one at a time. I wonder if anybody noticed that or picked up on it. Who knows? Maybe they'll be able to use that to their advantage. Maybe if they target Ben the next vote, they can use the idol to save him. I'm not sure if that would give them majority numbers, but what am I talking about? Rob and Parvati and and Ethan are the majority, and there's only 3. So they could all vote them off if they wanted to. I don't know how nobody's doing that. I guess it's just really good gameplay on those 3. I got to give it a hand to Ethan while Danny's getting tripped up in the, I thought the old school alliance was going to stay strong. And Ben's like, so there is an old school alliance. I thought Ethan was good in trying to quash everything down. I think he's doing really well in the modern game so far. And I think he's playing up a little bit of that, I don't know what to do, it's so different. I think he's still maybe overwhelmed by the game a little bit, but I think he's keeping up with the pace. I gotta say, though, that ladder scene with Tony trying to climb up it, I was worried for him. I was worried for him that he was going to be have a Wu moment when Wu fell from the tree. But no, he seemed to be fine, miraculously so. And I was like, if anybody wants to use it, they can use my ladder anytime. And everyone's like, no. The Red Tribe seems to be having so much fun, don't they? I mean, they all seem to be just enjoying life so much. Even in the preview for the next episode with that Tony catching a shark or something, everyone's like, they're just having so much fun. But I think the Blue Tribe is serious business. Okay, let's see if I can spot where more of the divisions are. I think we got more pairing off. We got the 3 pairs in the Blue Tribe of Ethan, Rob, and Parvati. We got the Denise-Adam duo, and maybe Ben being scooped up in there. We got, I guess, Jeremy and Michelle. That might be a pair now, because, Michelle was going to vote with them, and then Natalie got voted off. And, am I missing anyone? I don't know. No, I don't think so. A cool thing that 2 women found the idols tonight, eh? How cool is that? I mean, women finding idols is becoming more and more common, and I think it's a good thing because, not just because women finding idols, I think it's because they're starting to realize, why are we doing all the camp stuff? Let's go out there and look ourselves, no problem. I don't know how this double idol works. Does the other person have to give it to you at tribal council? Is it like a tie thing? Or is it after spending a day, you can give it back to them? And then, what if, tribe swap happens and Denise is on one tribe with one idol and Adam is on the other tribe with the other? I don't know. I don't know what really happens with that. They could play it off as fake idols, but I don't know. Rob has 2 coins. Sandra has none. Jeremy has 1 now because he bought the advantage with, I think it was safety without power. I think they actually used this on the last season of Survivor, Australian Survivor, the Champions vs. Contenders 2. I think they used it on the last time of that season because that's what Luke used to send, was it Benji? No, it wasn't Benji. Baden. He used to send Baden out, and I wonder if that originated, because I don't think this has happened before in American Survivor, but I like it because it's a move where it's like, okay, I'm getting voted out tonight. There's nothing I can do about it. I can't get the numbers on my side. I'm just gonna go. So Jeremy, though, is a type of player that I'm not sure, I don't think he wants that. Not saying he won't use it. That's not the way he wants to play. He doesn't. That's something that Sandra would love. That's something's like, whatever, anyone but me, I'm out. That would be something more for her game. I don't know if Jeremy loves that idea of just leaving tribal council. I think he wants to affect the vote every single time. But I don't think it had a limit on it till maybe the final 4 or something like that. It didn't have to happen before the merge, So maybe he just is holding on to it for the right moment until everyone's coming after him. I don't know. Nobody is in the position that I thought they would be. I thought Kim would be in a power position. I thought Jeremy would be in a power position. I thought Rob and Parvati would be on the outs. I thought that Yul would maybe be in trouble. None of that is coming through. I thought at least Sandra might be in trouble. Nothing. So this season is crazy. I'm still looking forward to what's happening next. This is more of a calmer episode after the high of last time. So we'll see what goes on. We'll see what's coming up next. Do I have any predictions for who's getting voted off? Well, I didn't predict Danny. That's for dang sure I didn't predict Danny. But I'm going to think that either the Blue Tribe, either they come after Rob finally in a big way and vote him out, or on the alternative of that, if the Red Tribe goes to Tribal Council, I think it's got to be Tyson. I think Yul does not want Tyson in this game, and I think Yul's in the power position right now. And I think no matter what happens, even if Sophie says, hey, but Kim has an idol, I think he'll be like, yeah, but I can work with Kim. I don't think he wants to work with Tyson. So, that is my predictions. Who do I give the MVP award to for this Tribal Council? The MVP of the night, well, it definitely wasn't Ben. Ben was throwing stuff out there, but I think he's only putting a bigger target on his back next time. Even if he doesn't go home, even if they finally go up against Boston Rob, I don't think you want to be that vocal. I think I got to give it to Boston Rob. I think that he's the reason why Danny went home. I think that he got his alliance together. I think he was able to get everybody else together and vote off Danny. And I think if you wanted to put MVP of who got Danny voted off the most, you'd say Danny, because she got herself voted off because she shot herself in the butt. But yeah, MVP of the night, got to go to Boston Rob. From at least what I see in the edit, that's what I see. So, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I am the Survivor Dude, and be sure to watch what I see. Just watch for next week when I see what happens then. It's going to be crazy. Please don't vote off Tyson. Or Tony. Or Kim. Or you. Please.